The wind howled through the old stone courtyard, swirling leaves around the feet of two young women standing face to face, their gazes locked in a silent challenge. The entire village had gathered, watching with bated breath. It was the day of the Enchanted Duel, an ancient contest that would determine who among them possessed the truest magic of all. On one side stood Seraphina, her cascading curls wild and untamed like the very essence of a storm. Her heart pulsed with the whispers of the earth, her magic woven from the roots and rivers, the gentle strength of the land. Opposing her was Leora, with golden locks so luminous they seemed to catch the very sun within their strands. Her power was light and flame, illuminating even the darkest corners of despair. The village elders, cloaked in deep emerald robes, stepped forward. "The time has come," the eldest among them announced, his voice carrying the weight of centuries. "The duel is not of destruction, but of revelation. Show us the magic within your souls." Seraphina and Leora nodded, both fully aware that this duel was not about dominance, but about discovering the one truth their people had sought for generations. Who among them held the power that could save the dying land? Leora moved first. She raised her hand, and from her palm erupted a sphere of golden fire. It twisted into the shape of a soaring phoenix, rising high above the villagers, casting a warmth that touched every face with hope. Gasps rippled through the crowd as the people basked in its radiance, eyes wide with awe. Not to be outdone, Seraphina took a slow breath, then knelt and pressed her fingertips into the cold stone beneath her. The earth trembled softly as tiny green shoots sprouted between the cracks, spreading outward in ripples of verdant life. Vines coiled up the weathered walls, bursting into vibrant blooms, their scent thick with renewal. For a moment, it seemed the duel was a spectacle of pure wonder, a beautiful display of power. But then something unexpected happened. A child's cry shattered the enchantment. A little girl, barely 5, had wandered too close to the duel's boundary, her tiny feet slipping over the stone. She tumbled toward the edge of the high courtyard wall where a sheer drop threatened to pull her into oblivion. There was no hesitation. Seraphina's curls whipped through the air as she spun toward the girl, while Leora's golden locks streamed behind her as she leapt forward. The duel forgotten, they moved as one. Leora flung her hands outward, weaving a net of golden light to slow the child's fall. At the same time, Seraphina summoned a thick bed of vines that rose from the edge, catching the girl and cradling her gently. The child blinked up at them, unharmed but wide-eyed, her tiny hands reaching for both women as if she had known all along that they would save her. A hush fell over the village. The elders stepped forward, their eyes gleaming with understanding. "The duel was never about proving who was greater," the eldest elder murmured. "It was about proving that together, you are unstoppable." Seraphina and Leora turned to one another, their chests heaving from the adrenaline, and then a slow, knowing smile spread across their lips. For too long, their people had believed they needed to choose earth or fire, renewal or illumination. But in this moment, it was clear. The greatest magic was neither curls nor locks, but the unity of both. Hand in hand, they turned to the villagers, their voices merging as they spoke. "Let us heal this land together." And with that, a new era began, one not of rivalry, but of harmony, where the forces of creation worked side by side, kindling a future brighter than either could have imagined alone. As the crowd erupted into cheers, the little girl giggled, her own unruly curls and golden locks intertwined by the wind. Proof that the greatest magic of all was the love that bound them together.